He's watching you up there right now.
Ready?
All right, you ready? Oh, you're.
We're here live from the Civic Center. Third Behringer Columbus Lions are back in action. 20 years. They've been the longest standing run organization here in our area. And they got a new owner, Roger Beck, general manager Corey Black, head coach Damian Daniels, and the new ownership group are super excited. They are in the AAL, and they open up an exhibition game against the Tri-City Rivergators from Madison, Alabama here to get the season started. We're excited about it. The Lions trying to show everyone what they're about with this new ownership group. We even have someone right now, if you want to turn the camera. She said yes, she's getting married. How about that to start Lions coverage? Mike Peacock, Dave Platt on the call. Lions, an organization that's won championships in years past. The new ownership group, Roger and Corey, have done a good job getting the Lions back in the community. There's a buzz about this team. They got new jerseys with the 76 helmet logo, and I am excited about this upcoming season. So we're going to throw it back up to Dave and Mike, and we're going to get started here. Columbus Lions YouTube.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Columbus Civic Center. I'm Mike Peacock, along with my partner, Dave Plata. And Dave, there's no better day on the calendar than opening day. It doesn't matter what season it is, but there's no better day than opening day.
Absolutely, and it doesn't get any better opening day with a brand new franchise look, brand new owner, of course, and got a brand new field, a brand new look, reworked logos, and a team that has been successful the last few years, enough of them coming back, so there's continuity. So this should be a fun night.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of years, Dave, this is the 20th year of the Columbus Lions franchise. I can't believe it's been going on that long here in Columbus, Georgia, but the Lions celebrating their 20th anniversary. What a night this is going to be here in the Civic Center.
Absolutely. The team that has been here every single year for the last 20 years. Other pro teams came and went. The Lions stuck. They're still here, and they're still rocking, to say the least.
Absolutely. And great crowd on hand tonight already, and they're still coming in. We've got the Carver High Band here. We had a lot of school groups that performed before the game, some cheerleaders, some dance troops. And the Rivergators, by the way, if you're wondering where they're from the Huntsville, Alabama area. Huntsville, Madison area.
Madison, Alabama, where they're from. They're part of the AAL2. This is a crossover game. There's 4 AAL teams, and of course the Lions will be playing everybody twice, so there's 6 games. The additional 3 games are crossover games. AAL2 players are trying to get into the AAL. This is kind of an audition for somebody who's going to get a shot, maybe at playing in the big show with these guys.
And Dave, we're going to take a break real quick as they do the invocation and the national anthem, and we'll be back to continue here on the Columbus Lions YouTube network.
We give thanks for the partnership between the Columbus Lions and this community, and for the shared commitment to serve
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Councilwoman Toya Tucker during tonight's proclamation. Fans instead, please, as we honor America and all the brave men and women who have served our country and are currently serving, please kindly stand and remove your caps as we honor America with our national anthem. Performing tonight, please welcome Tonio Armani. With the national anthem, performing tonight, please welcome Tonio Armani.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Y'all ready to have a good time tonight? So me being a real veteran from real life, I want to say, all the veterans make some noise in the building for me one time. So all the veterans and everybody that knows the veteran, can we sing this song together? We're gonna do this together. Play the music. Sorry about that, y'all. gonna do it a cappella. Do it a cappella here. All right. Sing this together. 1, 2, 3. Oh, say, can you see why the dawn's early light was so proudly hailed as the twilight flash? Oh, bright and bright star through the perilous fight, for the rampart wide were so gallantly streamed, and the rocky red the most bursting in came through the night as the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Let's go, Lonnie.
Fans, Tony Arlotti.
Mike Peacock, Dave Plata back with you here at the Columbus Civic Center. Opening night 2026 for the Columbus Lions. And the Tri-City Rivergators in town from the Huntsville-Madison area over in Alabama, not too far away, up in the north, kind of the northwest corner of Alabama, north central maybe, for
Perhaps.
Alabama.
Close enough.
Rocket City, as a lot of them are called. Of course, the minor league team in Huntsville is the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And what a great name, by the way.
I know.
And the Rivergators, not a bad name either for the Tri-City area up there around the Tennessee River. And we're about to get things kicked off here. They're having the coin toss out at midfield right now. But, Dave, this Lions team comes in, and they've got a lot of experience. They've got a great head coach in Damian Daniels. And I was out at practice earlier this week. Took a look around. Those guys get along well. They respect the coaches. The coaches have a great relationship with the players, and that usually makes for really good team chemistry heading into a season.
It does. Also, when you've got enough players coming back from the previous season, but enough fresh blood in there to get everybody charged up all again. I mean, we got a new quarterback, but there's a lot of returning players as well, like running back Marco Lee, the former Hardaway Hawk, who rushed for 5 touchdowns, 278 yards last season. And you've got a guy like Jermon Fortson, who's been with the Lions forever. One of those guys that you can count on when the chips are down. He's up there to make the big plays at wide receiver, or once in a while getting run out at defensive back. You got new guys like Jakias Cradle, the former Carver High star who played at Central Florida and Georgia State, out there as a wideout. And on defense, there's a lot of great players coming back. A half a dozen guys back, half a dozen starters coming back, like Tyler Clark, the former UGA Bulldog, who went to Sumter County High School. There's a lot of continuity and a lot of new guys and a lot of people to watch.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to bringing it to you this year here on the Lions YouTube streaming channel. And, you know, Dave, I wonder, in the Espinoza family, is there a little sibling rivalry going on? Blaine Espinoza, the quarterback for the Lions' older brother, played here in Columbus for a few years and was an excellent quarterback.
Mason Espinoza is probably the best quarterback ever to play for the Columbus Lions, of course, leading the championship games, coming up with the big plays as a player coach, literally, because when he played here, he was coaching at a college. And now his younger brother coming in, Blaine Espinoza. Blaine went to a small college as well, Division III, Lindsey Wilson. He played last season for the Jacksonville Sharks, got into 6 games, and he did pretty well through, he was 10 of 14, 125 yards, threw 4 touchdown passes, playing for Jason Gibson.
Wow, how about that?
Coach,
there's a name you recognize.
Exactly. Jason Gibson alerted Damian Daniels, hey, This is a guy you want to take a look at. And, of course, Damian knew Mason well. Blaine looking to step up and see what he can do about matching Big Brother.
I got a name to watch out for a little bit for this year too, Dave. I noticed him at practice the other day, heard some guys talking about him. One of the wide receivers, Jacob Smith, was a track athlete at the University of Kentucky.
Yes.
And they say he can fly, and he's still learning the game of football, especially the arena game. But he looks, you see him and you automatically think speed.
Exactly. I mean, a guy who was a sprinter in the SEC. He was at the practice squad last year, of course, so he got a taste of the football. Now he's going to get out in the field and see what he can do.
And we're about ready to kick it off here. Timo Niahu tees it up, and we're underway, and it's an onside kick and hit hard over there at the 15-yard line, but recovering and holding on was Jimmy Pitts Jr. for the Rivergators, and they will start with excellent field position at the 15-yard line to get things going here in 2026.
Tried a little special move there to start things off. The Rivergators did a good job hanging out because Pitts got leveled.
He did.
He got leveled. He got absolutely hit hard.
So up front for the Lions, you've got DeAndre Brown at one end. In the middle, you've got Tyler Clark. And at the other end, you have
Mikal
Yancey.
Three guys who had great seasons last season. Clark was only here for a couple of games, but he managed to come up with the only safety that the defense came up with last season. Yancey and Brown, two of the team's leading tacklers.
Darren Boone will direct the Rivergators offense. Next to him in the backfield is Don Jenkins, and he'll get the carry, and he's going to be smothered right away.
Going nowhere.
What a job by the defensive front.
Mikal Yancey on that one.
Yeah, he was in the backfield almost before Don Jenkins got the handoff, and that'll lose. Let's see, let's spot it down. That's going to lose 4 yards back to the 19-yard line, and it'll be second down now for the Rivergators. Second and 14 from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like the Lions were laying in wait for him. That handoff, he was just smothered immediately. Moving to the ball like you're supposed to.
Linebackers are Kenyatta Richardson. And let's see, I'm trying to see the number. DeCoven Ware. And first pass play is complete, but it doesn't reach the original line of scrimmage. It's going to gain about 3 yards down to let's call it 2 yards, down to the 17-yard line, and it's going to be third down now and 12 for the Rivergators. So the Lions defense coming up big on the first two plays.
They did. The Grant Jackson out there on the corner did a nice job of shutting that play down before it even got started. Boone did a good job of getting rid of it quickly. Boone played his college ball at Austin P up in Tennessee. Not far from Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely. And their favorite chant, Dave, is "Let's go P." So here we go, 3rd and 17 for the Rivergators. Big play for the Lions defense. Blitz underway, and Boone is going to be smothered. And the sack all the way back beyond the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 24. And he was under duress from the time he touched the football and smothered in white there as the white jerseys of the Lions got their first sack of the season. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That was DeAndre Brown leading the charge, but there were 3 or 4 guys wearing white all over. The guys in green were doing nothing but looking at the ceiling.
Let's see. And here comes the kicker, I believe.
Mason McLean
for the Rivergators. And they'll put the ball down at the 19-yard line.
So it'll be a 41-yard attempt.
So the Rivergators trying to get on the board first here. And it's blocked! And let's see, it's going to be, the ball is still loose. It's finally covered up as Trey Dixon was able to get on it for the Rivergators, but outstanding field position for the Lions on their first possession of the year at the Rivergators' 11-yard line.
They came through on that one. Couldn't quite catch who made the block. I thought it might have been Sears, but there was no chance. He didn't get the ball off the tee.
I think it traveled about 2 feet before it hit a white jersey. And everybody who's been anxious to see this new Lions offense, now is the time. They've got a big front up there.
Yeah, Justin Umas, McQuell Harvey, Jalil Mathis Ellis, 349, 255, and 315. Big dudes.
Blaine Espinoza will start under center here. In the backfield is fullback Marco Lee. Lee's going to get the carry, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, and he's going to lose about a yard back to the 12.
Tyrell Spigner hit him right at the handoff. Let's see, that's a loss of 1 yard.
And I tell you, Dave, Marco Lee is a load at fullback. If you let him get a hit of steam going, he's going to be hard to bring down.
He is indeed. I mean, we mentioned in the pregame that he gained nearly 300 yards last season on the ground, which is really unusual in a 10-game season. Indoor ball is made for passing, but Lee can power his way through.
Jacob Smith and Grant Jackson are wide to the right. Smith in motion. Now they're going to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions! That is completed to Gervais Creedle, the wide receiver, as he got behind his man, and a nice throw there from Blaine Espinoza. And the Lions are on the board. The first touchdown of 2026.
Beautiful touch pass there. Cradle right there. He had his man beat by a step, which is all you need. And an indoor ball, you got to get rid of it quick. Espinoza right on target.
Dropped a dime right there, right into the hands. And quickly, the Lions on the board.
Naehu in now for the extra point. He's only 77 points away from 1,000 for his career.
Wow. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
76 points now.
10:04 to go in quarter number 1, and it's 7-0 Columbus Lions. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back here in a moment on the Lions YouTube network. Mike Peacock, Dave Plata back with you, Columbus Civic Center. And fans, are you injured? Don't spend hours in the ER. Houston Urgent Ortho offers after-hours orthopedic care 6 days a week without an appointment. Go where the Columbus Lions go, straight to the specialists. Go to Houston Urgent Ortho, conveniently located inside Houston Clinic on Veterans Parkway. Ahu in for the second kickoff of the night, and this time he will kick it away downfield. And it's going to be taken in the end zone and run out. And he's going to get to the sideline and into the boards. That was for the Rivergators, Daquan Brannon, who received the kick, and he gets out to the 10-yard line where the Rivergators will start their second offensive possession.
Nice tackle on the play there.
And if fans are wondering here, in the Arena League, the field is 50 yards long with the basically the 10-yard end zone. But the boards, part of the field, and you'll see a lot of crashing into the boards tonight, much like hockey.
Well, it's set up to fit in a hockey arena, which it did. And by the way, if you'll notice, this is brand new turf.
Yeah, it's nice looking turf too.
Yeah, new owner Roger Beck spent some money here to get things lined up and get it looking pretty. The old turf was pretty beat up. This is new and as good as it gets.
And it's crisp and sharp here tonight. So first down for the Rivergators from their own 10-yard line. Receivers wide each way, and the man in motion is going to hit the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get a head start that was a little bit too much of a head start, as they did not snap the ball on time.
It's all
It'll be a procedure penalty and go back to the 5-yard line. There's no half the distance here.
Nope. There's also so much of this is timing. Indoor football, you got to get rid of it quick because they're on you fast because there's not as much field per se, and so you got to get rid of it quick and you'll be on time.
Usually that one receiver is going to start about 8 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, get a running start. And they give it away and stuffed at the 1-yard line. I think they're going to mark him at the 1. They are. But another tackle for loss for the Lions.
DeCoven Ware this time.
DeCoven Ware was right in there. And they are stuck now at the 1-yard line with 3rd down. They got to get to the 20. So 3rd down and 19 here for the Rivergators.
Last season, the Lions did have one safety. We'll see if nose tackle Tyler Clark can do it again here.
The defense came to play, that's for sure. Looking sharp in the white uniforms, by the way.
Yeah, to say the least.
On the whiteout night here in the Civic Center.
So here we go. Damian Daniels has got his defense primed. That's to say the least. The Nighthawk knows a little bit about the defense.
3 receivers to the right for the Rivergators. Now the snap. Quarterback is going to be pulled down for the safety.
Mikal Yancey with that one.
Mikal Yancey with another great play. Mikal Yancey in the backfield. He had some help, but he didn't really need much. And that makes it 9-0 with 8:49 to go in the first period.
And that shouldn't be a surprise. Yancey was the leading tackler for the team last year with 35 tackles. He had 4 sacks, and now he's got that safety. That's a great way to get the season started. Your first tackle's to safety, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here to the Civic Center on the Lions YouTube network. Back here at the Civic Center, and folks, when it's time to look your best, Make it Chancellor's Men's Store in Columbus, Georgia. From sharp suits to classic style and top-notch service, they've got everything you need to dress to impress. Chancellor's Men's Store, proud supporters of your Columbus Lions. Got to give kudos to Chancellor's Day. They even made me look good for my son's wedding. They fitted me for my nice suit. And,
that's some good work there.
Yeah. They if they can make this thing look good, they are pretty good at what they do.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Lions' defense is looking good here pretty now.
Talking about looking sharp, they are sharp to start things off here.
2 tackles for loss and a sack, which is a safety. They've given the Rivergators no room to breathe, and now the offense is going to get a shot at it again.
So kicking off from the 5-yard line. Let's see, or do they kick off from the goal line? Some of the players are initiating. On a safety, they kick off from the 5-yard line. It's more of a free kick. I guess they could elect, like in regular football, Dave, to use a punt on this, but a little hard to punt in here.
Yeah, punting is not allowed in indoor football for the simple reason that
the ceiling's too low.
It's just not going to work. So here we go. Setting up deep for the Lions is Jacob Smith.
And now they are going to move back to the goal line, so they are going to do a traditional kickoff here.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
5 yards is 5 yards. I want to see what Smith can do, with a kick here. See how he can light it up. I mean, he was this great sprinter at Kentucky.
So Mason McLean will kick it away here. And it's a squibber. Going to be picked up and out of bounds. It's going to go over the boards.
Number 14's kick falls out of bounds.
And let's see where they put it down. Looks like at about the 12-yard line is where they're going to spot the football. And that's where the Lions will start their second offensive possession.
No, in indoor football, you can take it out of bounds as long as it hits inbounds.
Right.
It's up to you to do anything with it. Lions elected to let it bounce. I mean, there wasn't much they could have done with that one anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if it was an intentional squib kick or if it was kind of a miss.
A miss is as good as a mile.
A football is a odd-shaped object, and it takes some funny bounces. So Espinoza under center. 3 receivers to the left. Snap. The throw downfield, wide open. Jacob Smith. Touchdown, Lions! And Smith, Dave, he broke somebody's ankles in the secondary and left them standing there, and he was wide open.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody in the same zip code as him.
He made a cut to the inside, and a defensive back that was going to try to pick him up absolutely lost his footing, and he cut back to the outside, was wide open with nobody within 10, 15 yards of him. And Espinoza just had to lay it out there. And a second touchdown very quickly here for the Lions. And it's 15-0.
Beautiful 38-yard play. The timing on that was absolutely perfect, and Smith can scoot. There's no question about that.
No doubt. Ahu in for the extra point. The snap, the kick is good. Michael Hill, the backup quarterback, the lefty, is the holder. And the Lions have taken a 16-0 lead here in the first quarter with 7:53 to go. We're going to keep it right here. And Dave, this is the start that Damian Daniels wanted to see from his offense and his defense.
Exactly. The offense has come out. They've been crisp and on time. The first play, okay, fine. But the passing game has been right on target. Espinoza finding his guys. Good touch on the first pass. Second pass, the whole idea was to throw it as far as you can and let the sprinter run under it, which he did very nicely.
Well, offensive coordinator Pierre Coffey is watching this, and he's going to look. And when the Rivergators adjust to the passing game and start playing a little soft, guess what's going to happen? They're going to run the football. Espinoza can run it on the RPOs. They're going to bring the running game in, and then it's going to be off to the races again.
Exactly, because Marco Lee is definitely, he's a load. He's a big dude who can scoot. Lions looking good, and the defense has just been absolutely magnificent so far. They're going to get another shot here.
Columbus to kick off. Number 1 D for the Rivergators.
Niehu puts a foot into it. And it's going to get deep right there at the boards, and it's going to go through the hands of the receiver and over the boards.
Yeah, that was Trey Dixon. It looked like he could not get a handle on that thing. Slipped through, and that means they're going to start on their own 5-yard line.
Yep, once again. First down for the Rivergators. And the way the benches are set up here, one team or the other's got to run basically the full length of the field to start things. 7:47 to go in this opening period.
Naehu did that kickoff perfectly. He's been around. He's played for 24 seasons, folks. He's 46 years old, and he can still boot the ball.
Hey, and he's a physical specimen, too. I saw him at practice, and he is put together.
One thing that's tough to find in indoor ball is a good kicker. A kicker who can do things like he just did there is worth his weight in gold.
2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Single back in the backfield for the Rivergators. And going down again is Darren Boone. He is ripped down in the backfield one more time. The 3rd sack already.
DeCoven Ware this time.
They're mixing it up. You know, everybody's getting in on the action here. And here's a timeout now from the Rivergators.
They've got to get something together here. Loss of 3 on the play. In the shadow of the end zone one more time here.
All the way back to the 2-yard line. We're going to take a break here on the Lions YouTube network. We'll be back in just a moment. Back here at the Civic Center, and folks, a game day shout out to Door Specialties. Door Specialties has been serving the Southeast in the commercial door industry for over 30 years. Door Specialties. Rivergators, 2nd down from their own 2-yard line. They've just not been able to get anything untracked so far for their offense. And let's see what the Lions defense does this play. The snap. And is it going to be another safety? It is. A 2nd safety this time. They stop the progress of the running back in the backfield and hold him up. And the officials blow it dead for the 2nd safety already in this game.
That handoff never happened. It looked like Boone turned around and tried to give it to his running back, and they ran into each other. And just a little hitch like that, and the Lions were all over them. That was their 6th offensive play of the game. 5 of them they've lost yards.
And Dave, I think there might have been a penalty on that play, and they waited to see what it was, and of course it was declined by the Lions. I never saw an indication, but they waited around quite a while with both teams still out there, and finally they broke it, and they're going to get ready for the kickoff. So it is officially 18-0 Lions, and we have 7:15 to go in this first period. So don't go anywhere, folks.
No.
If you get up to get something to drink, you're going to miss something.
Yeah, the defense has been magnificent so far. They have just stepped up, and they have swarmed and kept the Rivergators from getting anything going at all.
Well, Dave, the day I was at practice, which was Wednesday, there were several local guys who have connections to this Lions team that were there. And it was nice to see some of the community there. There were some Carver players there. As a matter of fact, some current Carver players' dads are playing for the Lions.
Yes, as a matter of fact, 2 of the Lions are coaches. Kais Cradle and Jamont Fortson are both on the coaching staff.
On the coaching staff.
So you've got that. I mean, of course, Carver, the number of great players who went through Carver, And, of course, we got the Hardaway players. We got players from all over. There's a lot of local players on the Lions, and they're making big-time contributions, to say the least.
Well, it speaks to the talent that we have in the Chattahoochee Valley area in the game of football, whether it's arena football or whether it's college football, whether it's NFL, professional football, Canadian League. We've got representatives all over the place playing high-level football.
Yeah, they've been stacking up some state championship trophies here, too. The high schools have recently. It's been good.
The kick taken by
That's
Jacob Smith in the end zone. He's got an opening. He's in the open field. Down the sideline. 5. Touchdown, Jacob Smith. Boy, he is electric, Dave Platter.
Absolutely. Sprinters, football, they just go together. He took it, the kick was right down the middle. He took it midway through, about 5 yards deep into the end zone, came to the near side, cut once. He didn't actually even have to cut. He just went through people. He just went past them.
Well, he just blew past about 5 players and just left them in their tracks. They didn't even have time to adjust, and he was already past, and he shot like a cannon and scored another touchdown for the Lions. And it's 24-0 with 6:25 to go. And on for the extra point is Niehu.
So far, I mean, it's just everything has gone to plan. Other than a 2-yard loss in the first play, a 1-yard loss. That's it. They have done everything exactly right. Everything they want to do. Couldn't have scripted better than this.
Timo on for the kick. He lines it up. Michael Hill, the holder. The snap. Kick is down. It's up, and it is good. 25-0. The Columbus Lions with the lead. 5:47 to go in this first period. We'll be back in a moment here on the Lions YouTube network.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Back here to the Columbus Civic Center, 25-0. Lions with the lead. We've still got 5:47 left in the first period.
Oh no! I mean, they're gonna have. Could they hang half 100 here in the first half?
It's possible. It is possible the way things are looking.
Indoor football is known for big scores, though.
They are. Yeah, I've seen a lot of high-scoring both team games. Uh-oh. The Chug Cam is out here in the Civic Center. That's brought to you by Poor Decisions.
What a great
name for a bar.
No question about it. That's the kind of thing I'm familiar with. Never mind. I didn't say that, all right? The good decisions have been made, of course, by the way Damian Daniels has set this team up. He's got a good amount of talent here. The new guys obviously have made their mark. Cradle scoring the first touchdown. You've got Espinoza with 2 touchdown passes. Smith with the 2 TDs. He's sort of new. He was on the practice squad, so we don't count him.
Some familiarity with him, but my goodness, he is making himself known quickly here this year, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, think of the sprinters and the NFL sprinters. You got Ronaldo Nehemiah, you had Bob Hayes, track stars, pure athletes.
Yes,
can really turn things up a notch in football. Football is one of those sports where just the pure athleticism. It's like basketball. Pure athleticism makes a big difference.
Nehu will tee it up. And the Rivergators back on their heels. They're going to try to get something going offensively here, and a good deep kick deep in the end zone. Going to be brought out. And hit hard. Oh, what a smash.
Wow.
That was Joel Green with a hard tackle. And he brought down Daquan Brannon at about the, let's see, where are they going to put it down? At about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, he just leveled him. That was just...
And by the way, Dave, we got to mention this because it happened right before the game. Joel Green, congratulations.
Yes.
She said yes.
Yeah. It was a great way to get the season started.
It absolutely was. It was great to watch that as he surprised his now fiance, got down on a knee in a little pregame ceremony when they thought they were honoring him as captain of the team, and he turned it into a proposal, and she said yes, and it was outstanding.
It doesn't get better than that, does it? I'm sure she's really glad she said yes after seeing all this.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody likes winners, folks. So we'll see if the Rivergators can do anything here.
All right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver, single receiver down to the left, 1 back in the backfield, and he's a load, by the way, much like the Lions fullback. Motion, the snap, fumbled, and Boone's got to just fall on it right there.
Quick reaction on that one, though.
He got on it quickly. They lose back to the 9-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 13 from the 9. Clock running at 5:18 here in this first period. Boone gets his play.
Yeah, Eddie Hall wants to see one of his play calls turn into positive yardage. Hadn't had much of that
So far, hadn't had a lot of luck, has it?
Nope.
2 receivers to the right again, single receiver to the left. 1 back in the backfield. The motion, the snap, the give to the fullback, and he is hit right away. And let's see, are they going to give him any progress at all, or are they going to call that a loss? Let's see where they spot the football. They're going to say no gain there at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, nothing doing on that one.
Actually, no, that's going to be a loss.
A loss of 2.
A couple. Yeah. Back to the 7. And it's 3rd down now and about 15 yards for the Rivergators. Now the question is Darren Boone going to have any time to get a throw off here, Dave?
Well, seeing the kind of rush that the Lions have been putting on, my guess is probably not. Is he going to set up? He's going to set up under center. No, he's going to set up under center. So
he's going to walk. Now he's going to get back in the gun.
This might be their only shot at getting anything going.
And that's going to be the penalty as they didn't snap the ball on time.
That's their second one.
I think that was communication with the center there. And he did not get the snap off. And that's going to be marked off back to the 2-yard line. And they've got to get all the way out to the 22-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 20 here. Actually, they are now going to give him half the distance. It's going to be marked at the 4. So it's going to be 3rd down and 18. Boone has his play. He's in the huddle. And, Dave, I believe you're right. About the only way he's going to have any time to get a throw off is in the shotgun.
And that may not even be enough.
You're correct.
Because Yancey, Clark, and Brown have just been in his face.
2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. The snap. He gets out of the end zone, but he's not going to go any further. Slam down on the turf.
Clark. Tyler Clark.
Saw him at practice as well on Wednesday. He came over. I was standing next to Jarvis Jones and talking to him a lot of the practice. He came out to watch. And Tyler Clark came over and was talking to the coaches there and talking to Coach Jones. And, you know, it was interesting to hear a lot of the stories that were being told on the sideline at practice.
Yeah, I'm sure of that one. Clark, of course, started at Georgia, from Americus, played at Sumter County, Sumter.
Yeah, of course, there was a lot of conversation about the Carver and Sumter rivalry that is brewing.
This is true. Those two teams are going to be going at it for a while here. There's a lot of talent on both squads.
4th down from the 2-yard line. And of
4th
course,
and 20.
They're sitting on their own 2-yard line, so they're not going to try a kick from this distance.
There wouldn't be enough room.
The snap is fumbled, and it's another safety. And 4 white jerseys are all over Darren Boone. And I tell you, Darren Boone's going to need an ice bath after this game.
DeAndre Brown leading the charge on that one. That's both of the last 2 safeties have been swarm safeties. I wasn't sure who got the first safety they had. Not the Yancey safety, the one in the middle.
Yep.
I wasn't sure who got that because there
were
4
so
guys.
many of them there.
It's like, pick one.
And that one was very similar, but you're right.
That one was Brown. He did the charge.
DeAndre Brown got there first, and he was joined quickly by 3 of his teammates. And they completely swarmed Darren Boone.
So what we're looking at here for total offense for the Rivergators, they lost 9-19. Oh, brother. 29, 30, I think we're at 34 yards.
Negative 34 yards.
34 yards.
And they've had a couple of penalties to go along with that, and a fumble as well. So things, needless to say, Dave, things not going the way of the guys in green.
No, the Gators, they haven't had time because, quite frankly, the Lions defense has just been on them before they can even get a breath. They've been totally dominant at the line of scrimmage, and that shut down everything.
Mason McClain back on again to kick off. The last time this happened, we had electricity in the building as Jacob Smith returned it all the way for a touchdown. Let's see what happens this time. Smith is deep again. McClain approaches, and he boots it, and it's going to come to Smith just inside the end zone. He's got another seam. Right side, he's in the open, and he's knocked into the boards. Fumble! And let's see.
Into the boards.
And he's going to be right there where he hit the boards.
Yeah.
The fumble does not count there.
Now, being knocked into the boards like that is the equivalent of a tackle.
So he's going to get to the Rivergators 12-yard line. So another great return from Jacob Smith.
You're looking at a 40-yard return because he was about 2 yards deep.
Yep.
So a 40-yard return on that to go with a 55-yard. So 2 kick returns, 95 yards.
Yeah, that's good in a regular football game, much less an arena game.
Yes. Smith is going to be a game changer. He really is. His speed is just it's transformational, really, on something like this. If you don't set up on your kick return team with Smith taking it, you're going to be toast.
Espinoza back in, and now they're going to adjust the formation. They're not going to have the running start out of the one receiver. They're going to put everybody on the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, a single receiver to the right. Under center is Espinoza. And offside with contact is the Rivergators. The big tackle, Christian Rouser, jumped offside there on the hard count. And let's see. They were about to mark it off the wrong direction.
So that's 3 penalties on the Gators.
Down to the 7-yard line now, where it'll be 1st and 5. The Lions can get a first down at the 2-yard line. Espinoza under center again. The pass tipped, incomplete.
Nice play there.
That was intended for Cradle.
Enrique Crumb's coming in, the linebacker breaking it up. He got a hand in there. That was a good play by him.
It really was. And, that's a bright spot for the Rivergators, making a play right there on the defensive side.
Exactly, because he reached up and batted that thing down. That's the first thing they've had go right in a very long time.
2nd down 5. Espinoza under center. Fullback Marco Lee next to him. He dropped the pass and he throws. Touchdown, Lions! Is that Cradle on the reception?
I'm not sure.
I believe it was. They haven't uncovered him yet. They're still celebrating down there. No, that was Jarmon Fortson.
Jamon Fortson.
With the reception there. So a touchdown for the local guy, former Carver Tiger.
The other Carver assistant coach who's on the team, Cradle and Fortson with touchdowns.
So it's 33-0, and we're down to 35 seconds to go in this first period, clock running. And check the replay. As you see, Fortson. And now Nehu in for the extra point. Trying to make it 34-0, 15 seconds to go in the quarter. The kick is up, and the kick is good, right down the middle. And we come almost to the end of this first quarter. They're going to let the clock run on out, I believe, to end the first period of play. And we'll take a break here at the Columbus Civic Center. It is Columbus 33, Tri-City nothing. We'll be back here on the Lions YouTube network.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Back here at the Civic Center, Lions 34, and I apologize going out to the break. I said 33 because I looked at the scoreboard and hadn't put the extra point up there yet. Lions 34, Rivergators nothing.
The guy running the scoreboard's fingers getting tired from having
I tell you, he may have arthritis. He might have to get treatment by the trainer.
I know. On the other hand, it's good rehab because you got to work the muscles.
Yeah.
He's had plenty of work. I mean, the Lions, 4 touchdowns, 3 safeties, and all those extra points from Naehu. This has been a textbook performance by the Lions, no question about it.
Timo has it teed up at the goal line. We've switched directions here as we start quarter number 2 already. The kick is up, and it's going to come down about the goal line, just inside the end zone. And a little running room this time, and they're going to get out to the 12. That's been about the average starting position for the Rivergators since the opening drive, and the only reason they had good field position on that drive, Dave, was the attempted onside kick.
Yeah, and that was it. That the one time they've had the ball in Lions territory. Though Askew did a nice job on the return. He got swarmed pretty quickly. That was Jakari Thomas and DeCoven Ware with the tackle.
So out to the 12-yard line, nose of the football on the 12-yard line. And Tri-City will try to get something going here offensively. They've not been able to breathe much on the offensive side.
No. Well, the ball has been placed pretty much inside the 15, and the Gators 15 on every possession, including the Lions possessions, remember.
And they've gone backwards.
Yes.
So first down from the 12.
This is very fresh turf. It hasn't been trodden all night.
You are correct, sir. Boone under center. The pitch to the receiver coming around. He breaks one tackle, gets out in the open, and what do you know, Dave? A positive play for Tri-City. They actually gain about 4 yards there
Daquan Brandon did a nice job. That pitch to him, swinging it outside. They managed to battle through a little bit. He picked up 4 yards.
He made a nice cut back to his left and picked up a couple of extra yards there. And a positive play. And right now, Tri-City has to take everything as a positive that they can get.
Right now,
the way this game's been going.
They need something good to happen for themselves just to keep it going. Trailing 34-0, where you've only had 2 plays that had netted positive yards. Circle that one.
Second down, and it looks like about 6 yards. They've got to get to the 22-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. The big fullback, Terry Hawkins Jr., and man.
What came through absolutely untouched.
Boy, did he ever.
Boone just kind of looked and went, oh, what, again?
Jacobin Ware was, he's like, what was the license plate of that truck?
Yeah.
And it was, the license plate number was 16.
Yep, that's his 3rd sack of the night. And a loss of, let's see here.
They're going to mark him at the 12-yard line, so back to the original line of scrimmage. That was a loss of about officially 4 there.
Yeah. Well, he hit him, and they just backpedaled, so that's a legit spot. So that sets up a 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10 is not something they haven't been used to 3rd and 10s.
Correct.
I hate to say that, but
this might be the shortest 3rd down play they've had tonight. Boone in the shotgun this time. His protector is Terry Hawkins Jr., the fullback. Man in motion. And the snap. Boone gets the pass off, picked off, and that's going to be a pick 6.
Marte Sears.
Marte Sears ambushed that play. He read it, broke on it, picked it off, and scored. And Dave, we've got a defensive score other than a safety here for the Columbus Lions.
Marte Sears jumping the route just like you're supposed to do it. And look at him chuck it into the stands. He sent it all the way up, halfway up the back rows. Marte's got an arm too, folks. But Sears, the way he did it, he just jumped the route. You saw it all the way, and there was no way anybody's going to stop him.
Well, he took about a 2-step drop and settled and saw the quarterback's eyes and just stepped right in front of that one, ambushed it, picked it off, took it into the end zone, and it's 40-0 pending the extra point. Team on for the extra point. The hold, the kick, it is good. It's 41-0, 11-11 to go in the first half.
Now, Ahu is Mr. Automatic. That's all you can say.
He's smooth. He's a smooth operator.
He is, and well, he's had a lot of experience. Remember, he's been playing indoor football since 2002 when he went back home to Hawaii.
Unbelievable.
He hooked up with the indoor team out there, and he's played for a bunch of different squads, but he's a professional. He knows what he's doing, and he's still loving it, which has a lot to do with it too.
You can tell. You can tell he enjoys what he's doing.
Yeah, and well, when you're
he's
good,
blessed at his age
he is.
to be able to still do this.
Why do I think Julio Franco?
Yeah, absolutely. But the good thing is, Timo don't have to swing a 36-ounce bat like Julio Franco did. That was the incredible thing about him. I don't know how many years old he was. You know, there was all kind of speculation about how old he was.
He
but
was a year older than me.
He still swung one of the biggest, heaviest bats in Major League Baseball.
I know. I mean, he was a physical specimen. You can tell he worked out. And he stayed in shape. And Timo does that as well. So
no doubt.
That's what it takes. And I have to go back to pick up heavy objects soon. Okay. I may be inspired by him. He's a little younger than me, but hey.
There you go. All right, so the Lions are going to tee it up one more time, 41-0, and we're not even 5 minutes into the second quarter. Deep in the end zone, they're going to run it out again. Good block, and there's a tackle, and there's a flag coming in. That might be a face mask.
Yeah, Sears is grabbing his helmet. He's like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah, got a hand on the bottom bar of the face mask as he was trying to grab the jersey, and that's going to give the Rivergators their best field position since the opening drive after the attempted onside kick.
So we'll see where they actually place the ball. But yeah, I mean, Sears, good tackle, but you can't do that. And his reaction was immediate. He knew what he'd done.
10 yards on the penalty. So that's going to put it at the 20, I believe, or the 21. Should be the 21-yard line. Well, let's make it the 25. I guess they made it a 15-yard penalty. I thought he said it was a 10-yard.
All right, it's going to put it right at midfield.
Right at midfield. Right in the middle of the new Lions logo. They are going to back it up. It is a 10-yard penalty.
These are good referees.
These officials are accustomed to calling regular football, so the face mask, the personal foul face mask, they're used to marking off 15.
Sure.
But in this league, and it is going to be at the 21-yard line, they finally get it spotted, and we're all ready to go.
For what it's worth, I've seen these officials work. This crew is a crew I'm familiar with. They're very good referees.
Yep.
They know what they're doing. It's just a little of this, a little of that. It's little tweaks here for the indoor game.
James Brown wears the white cap tonight for the officiating crew. Boone in the shotgun. Two receivers to his right. He's going to keep it around the end, and he's going to be hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage and hit hard. He was met over there
Marte Sears.
by Marte Sears, and he had help from Jakari Thomas. And they keep him to no gain. And it's marked exactly at the 21 where the play started.
Yeah, Marte last year had 21 tackles. I think he was number 3 or number 4 on the team in tackles. Marte's been around for 4 or 5 seasons with the Lions. He's playing indoor ball almost a decade. He's a physical specimen himself. He's 6'5", a 6'5" safety.
Yes.
And he's made tours in the Canadian Football League as well.
Well, and Dave, there's some similarity to the arena game in the Canadian League, but they can have more than one receiver moving forward at the snap of the football. So it takes a little bit from Canadian football as well, this arena game. Boone in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, gets it almost picked off. That was almost right into the hands of DeAndre Brown.
Yeah,
and DeAndre's a little bit mad at himself for not picking that one off.
He's
going ahead and doing some push-ups.
Push-ups. Drop and give me 10. Yes. Brown's been living in the backfield. He almost was living in the end zone. The game's not over. There will be other opportunities.
Third down and 10 now from the 21. Boone finally had time to get a pass off and almost had it picked off again.
Well, the Lions secondary hasn't really been challenged so far because, well, the front three.
The front and the blitzes have kind of taken care of things, haven't they?
But when they have been challenged, they've come up with a big play.
3rd and 10. Boone will go from the shotgun again. 2 receivers stacked together to the right. 1 receiver to the left at the numbers. The snap. Hard rush. Boone gets away. He's not going to get away now, though, as DeAndre Brown cleans that up and doing push-ups.
Jacoban Ware.
Jacoban Ware, who missed the initial sack.
Yep. Well, it's an arm tackle. What happened was he kind of reached out with his arms instead of trying to get a little deeper, and he slipped through. Boone has done a pretty good job considering the pressure he's been under. I mean, he had a good career at Austin Peay for a reason. He can play.
He can play, absolutely.
But you can't play if a guy's in your face right from the get-go.
These guys on the front for the Lions, some of these guys are not young spring chickens, and they are still quick off the snap of the ball, and they're just beating the offensive line for the Rivergators.
They're big dudes and they're quick dudes. That has a lot to do with it. And they're smart and they know how the game is played. Indoors a little bit different.
4th down, 10 to go. Boone's going to keep it. He's going to get to the 10, and he's going to be brought down for a loss inside the 15. And a little frustration now coming out from the Rivergators.
We don't need the game to get chippy at this point.
No, it's not going to do a whole lot of good. And the ball goes over on downs to the Lions. And we're going to take a timeout here at the Columbus Civic Center. It's Columbus 41, Tri-City nothing. We'll be back in a moment on the Lions YouTube network.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, the Columbus Lions about to start the possession deep in Tri-City territory at the 14-yard line. They lead it 41-0. We're at 5.5 minutes left in this first half.
Yeah, during the break, they had the karaoke break.
Yeah.
Well, the Lions have been singing their own tune all night long.
Boy, have they. They had a little Chris Stapleton going there, Tennessee Whiskey, as the karaoke song. Crowd sounded good.
Yeah, well, they didn't hand me the mic. That's why the crowd sounded good.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I sing in the key of none.
3 receivers stacked to the right side for the Lions. Espinoza under center. Marco Lee, the back right next to him. Looking downfield, throwing incomplete. Just a little bit low from Espinoza. He had him and just missed him, Dave. Just threw that one a little bit too low.
Yeah, it ended up being a ground ball. And, I mean, it was very close to being a touchdown. First misfire of the night, pretty much.
Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. The Lions looking to extend this lead with 4.5 minutes to go in the half. Smith in motion. The snap. Pass complete to Jacob Smith. He goes down right there at the 8-yard line.
Great catch, too, because that was all hands. It was too low, and Smith came up with it.
Yeah, he went and settled on the little short curl route. And it's going to be 3rd down. And is this the first time the Lions have had 3rd down?
Yes.
Espinoza back. Looking wide open, touchdown! That is complete. I believe that's Jesse Riverio on the reception. And Espinoza has another touchdown pass. He broke wide open in the crease, and Espinoza hit him with a strike. And it's 47-0 now. 3.5 minutes to go in this half.
And Espinoza's tossed a touchdown pass to each of his 4 wide receivers.
Timo on for the extra point. The hold. Kick is up, and it is no good off the post.
And the kick is no good.
It goes over the bar. Remember, that's a live ball that can be played.
Rivergators 0.
And that's going to leave it at 47-0. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, he hooked that one just a little bit and drilled the upright. He still had a solid night. Five of 6 on extra points isn't too bad.
Not bad at all. He's had a lot of work in this first half.
Had plenty to do. So we wonder if there's going to be half 100 at the half.
Yeah, it got awful close. It still could happen.
It still could happen, but.
Folks, turn up your ride with Cartoons, Car Stereo, your go-to for custom car audio, electronics, and professional installation. From stereos and security systems to full vehicle upgrades, they've been keeping Columbus sounding right for decades. Level up your drive today with Cartoons. Thanks to all the great sponsors for the Columbus Lions. I believe, Dave, we're going to have some halftime entertainment from the Carver Tiger Band.
And we are, and it should be fun halftime.
Absolutely.
It won't be a fun halftime in the Gators locker room.
And also, we're going to have, I believe we're going to have some more halftime entertainment, music-wise.
Yeah, we are indeed.
From a local artist.
Yep. Columbus native.
Columbus native. Timo has it ready to go. Waiting on the signal. He has it, and he's going to put foot to leather here, and it's going to come down just at the goal line. And a good return for the Rivergators.
Yeah, that's Askew. Jalen Askew on the return. Nice job on that. He's done the last 2 returns. He's done well on both of those.
He gets them out to the 18-yard line. So good field position for the Rivergators.
Their best field position to start.
3 minutes to go in this half, so they're going to need to make something happen on this drive, Dave, if they're going to go into the locker room without a goose egg.
Yeah, it's not even a goose egg. It's a blank spot on the scoreboard. Yeah, here at the Civic Center, they don't have a 0 up there. It's just nothing.
Just a black spot.
Yeah, it's just a
darkness.
Yes. Meanwhile, the Lions, the defense has been just absolutely, I mean, they've dominated. They have ruled the roost, to say the least. The D linemen have been getting great penetration, haven't given Boone a chance to do anything. And when he has gotten loose, the secondary is taking care of business.
Well, it's like your much older brother used to pin you to the floor when you were a little kid, hold you there till you said uncle or something like that. That's kind of what this defense has done to the Rivergators.
That's a real good description of it. But they're not quite saying uncle yet.
Not yet. Boone has the snap. Got a little bit of time, and now it closes on him. That window just closed.
That's not going to be a fumble. He was down, definitely.
He was down.
It looks like he's shaking up a little bit.
He is in a little bit of pain. They're going to get him up, though.
Yeah, they had 3 or 4 guys land on him.
Yeah, he had time to begin with, and then all of a sudden his window of time just shut right in his face.
DeAndre Brown leading the charge once again. Looks like they're going to have to check him out. We'll see who goes in. It looks like Terry Hawkins. Terry Hawkins is the backup quarterback, who's the big dude who played a lot of running back so far. He will be coming in and take the snaps.
Trying to see if they were looking at Boone down there. Looked like it might have been his right arm that he was favoring when he came off. Hope he's okay. And Terry Hawkins Jr. reminds me of what was the quarterback at Kentucky?
The hefty lefty.
Jared.
Yes. The hard drive's filling up. That's the problem.
That's the little circle. That's what my brain's doing right now.
Exactly. The hard drive. Jared Lorenzen.
Right.
Jared Lorenzen.
That is the look that the Rivergators have at quarterback right now with big Terry Hawkins Jr.
Well, if you remember, Lorenzen had a cannon for an arm.
Yes, he did. And he also had no fear of running over people.
No, well, because he was going to be the guy leaving the mark.
Exactly.
Because remember, running back sometime, when you do it, the running back is the one that actually delivers the punishment to the defensive player.
Uh-oh, Dave, they have the kiss cam out here at the Civic Center.
Don't look at me.
No, hey, I'm not looking at you, big guy. But I tell you what, sometimes people get in trouble with this thing.
And of course, it settles on the Rivergators bench. So
of course,
that's how you have to do it.
All right, here we go.
Under a minute.
Second down, and they don't snap it again, and there's another penalty.
Well, timing issues. Get a new quarterback in there. The timing issues may rear its ugly head.
So that's going to cost them 5. And it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 5-yard line.
First down, Tri-Cities from the 5-yard line.
Terry Hawkins Jr. in the backup role at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, throws it quick, and had to get rid of it, and there was just nobody there. And it was to the wrong side of the Lions, and I can't catch that number, Dave, from my angle. That was Marte Sears. It was just to his wrong side. He couldn't get himself turned to get a hand on that one, and it fell to the turf.
Well, Hawkins did a good job on that. He was under total pressure. You have to have a quick release. Normally you have to have a quick release. In this game, you have to have an ultra-quick release because you're going to have step 1, step 2, boom. And he managed to get the ball away and throw it close enough to a receiver where it wasn't grounding.
Yeah.
So that was well played by him.
You also got to have a receiver. Some receivers have got to help you out there and maybe cut off a route and settle in a zone right there and try to get a completion.
Yeah.
But they all went on their deep routes.
Yeah, they're going to have to reset things like that. I think at halftime they're going to go in and have a lot more short curl routes and everything.
2 receivers split out to the left. 1 receiver will go in motion toward the line of scrimmage from the right side. The snap. Hawkins throws, intercepted. That is Joel Green, and he's upended at the 16-yard line with 46 seconds left in this first half. The clock will stop for the change of possession. And the Lions, Dave, they'll have a chance to get to that half-century mark here in the first half.
That was a great play by Green. The pass was underthrown just a little bit, and he settled in under it, and it was a good return. I thought he might maybe slip it, maybe break. There was a thought. But the Gator defense managed to bring him down at the 16. But 16 yards out, we'll see how many plays it takes.
46 seconds left in this first half. It's 47-0 Columbus. Chance to go over the century mark, or the half-century mark in the first half. Espinoza will be under center. Lee will be his extra protection in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. The snap. Espinoza looks, throws, complete at the 5-yard line and out of bounds. That is Marte Sears, right?
No, it's Cradle.
That was Cradle. The jersey's folded up. You're right, number 8.
Well, it's the gray. The gray on white is a little tough to see.
And if you're looking at the front, a lot of times those numbers will get folded up with the tight jerseys, and you can't tell. Here's the handoff, Marco Lee, and touchdown, Lions. The first rushing touchdown of 2026. Goes to Marco Lee off the left side. A little delayed handoff. And Marco Lee tallies. And it is 53-0 with 35 seconds left. So, Dave, it took them 11 seconds to score after the turnover.
I'll tell you, ball control, long drives are always good. No.
Timo on for the extra point. Michael Hill with the hold. Bad snap, gets it down. Timo.
Ugh.
Yeah,
that wasn't his fault on that one.
Yeah, Hill just kind of let that snap get away from him. It was a little bit low, hard to handle, and they just couldn't get that one off, so it's going to remain 53-0 here with 35 and a half seconds left in this first half.
Yeah, Kimo really couldn't blast it because it was like, has to be careful. You don't want to kick the backup quarterback's hand either.
Well, it's one of those things where he started, and then finally he went.
Yeah.
Timing was all off.
Okay, so the Lions have scored 7 touchdowns, right? 7 different guys.
7 different guys. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
7 different. Well,
no, I take that back. Smith has 2.
He does have 2.
He does have 2 because one was a kickoff return. But 4 passing touchdowns, 1 running touchdown, kickoff return touchdown, and a pick 6.
All right, Dave, they got the dance cam going here in the Civic Center.
I don't have those.
Bust a move over there, man.
I don't have the moves either.
Me either.
It's sad.
We might have a hip injury at our age.
I don't have any hips left. I've been both replaced.
Oh, you got the new titanium ones though, eh?
Yeah.
I still got my old ones.
Yeah. So don't turn off turn on a big magnet.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll get stuck.
Timo will put it down at the goal line. And Tri-City anxious to get this 35 seconds over with so they can get some sort of regrouping going here at halftime. Ball taken at the goal line. And another pretty decent return here. Now he's going to be in the open field. He's going to cross the 15 and finally brought down from behind. And Jacob Smith in there on special teams.
Doing a good job.
Had to tackle from behind.
Chased him down. A surprise that he's able quick enough to chase him down. Trey Dixon did a nice job on that return because he cut back against the grain.
Yes.
He had nowhere to go to the left, so he went to the right, and he did manage to pick up a few extra yards there. And he took it all the way out to the 17.
So it'll be first down from the 17. 24 seconds now left in the first half. And Boone is back. That's good news for the Rivergators.
Well, it's good news in general. You don't want to see guys get hurt. He had 3 guys land on him, some pretty big dudes. But obviously, too, Boone is going to be tough. He's a tough player. He played D1. He played D1 quarterback.
Yep.
So, at a good program. And this isn't his first indoor rodeo either. So.
See, Austin Peay's in Clarksville, Tennessee. Is that right?
That sounds about right.
The last train to Clarksville.
Wound up in Madison, Alabama.
There you go. The snap. Boone rolls to his right, and he's going to go down.
Yeah.
One more time.
Two River Dragons converged on him.
When he looked up and didn't have anybody open and paused.
Yep.
That was it.
He looked up and looked in the eyes of Matthew McClellan, and then coming along the sides, DeAndre Brown.
And we're at 10 seconds now, Dave. Let's see. Are they going to get another play off, or are they just going to let this clock run out?
I believe they're just going to say, let's go to the locker room and try to regroup here.
And they do. That is the end of the first half. And a dominant first half for the Columbus Lions. They lead it 53. Yes, you heard that right. 53-0 as we go to halftime. Dave, a strong first half for the Columbus Lions.
They did everything they want to do in every phase of the game. Passing, running, returns, defense, kicking. What else could he ask for?
It's, total package tonight here in the Civic Center on opening night 2026, the 20th year of arena football and the Columbus Lions here in Columbus, Georgia. We're going to take a break for halftime and let you enjoy the halftime entertainment here in the Civic Center. We'll be back for the second half of action on the Lions YouTube network.
Thank you, Lord, for everybody in this building right now, Lord. Lord, you've been good to me just like you've been to everybody out here in this building, Lord. I pray that they have a good time. And when they get home and get on their phone and talk about Tony Money came back home, perform with the Carver High School Band. In Jesus' name I pray, amen, amen, and amen again. Everybody say, amen. Everybody say, everybody
DJ Double O Key down there. Tonio Armani comes in with a absolute fantastic halftime show, and they're giving him the key to the city. So a proclamation to Tonio Armani. And what a half it has been for these Columbus Lions, 53-0. They have 3 safeties. Blaine Espinoza starting at quarterback has 4 touchdown passes, and they are just laying the absolute wood to the Tri-City Rivergators. Trip Behringer here for your halftime report. Mike Peacock and Dave Plata will join in just a moment. What a fantastic half it was defensively. DeCoven Ware, elite. That defensive line, DeAndre St. Brown. I call him the boogeyman. He's scary, and when he comes around that corner, good luck and get out of his way. He was sensational. Really been impressed with the defense. Damian Daniels, elite in that end. How about Pierre Coffey in his first year as offensive coordinator for the Lions? 6 touchdowns offensively they have. 2 of them, pick 6 and a return for a touchdown. It's been a lot of scores here, to say the least, for the Columbus Lions. When listening to Damian Daniels down there, they're trying to hang 100 for sure, as Blaine Espinoza, 6 of 8, 85 yards and 4 touchdowns. He was sensational. How about receiving? Creedle, a touchdown. The speedster, Jacob Smith, a touchdown. Jarmon Fortson, Mr. Reliable, touchdown. And Jesse Rivero, also a touchdown. Defensively, this is where it's at. DeAndre Brown, the boogeyman, 4.5 sacks. Jacoban Ware, 2.5 sacks. Droll Green, he also has an interception, leaving off where he was at last year. How about Marte Sears, whose son plays at Carver? They got the Carver band here. He caught the touchdown pass that beat Sumter County. Well, how about Dad? Dad's having a decent game in his own right. 3.5 tackles, tackle for loss, and an interception on the season. It has been all River Dragons. 87 total yards for them. For the Tri-City Rivergators, -10. They have more penalty yards than they do total yards. We're going to get back to action. What an opening day it is for the Roger Beck Columbus Lions, and Corey Black and the general manager. What an operation. What a show out by the city. Been super impressed. Great halftime show by Armani. We'll take a break. When we come back, the legends are back. It's Dave and Mike here with the Columbus Lions. We'll be right back after this.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Mike Peacock and Dave Plata back with you here at the Columbus Civic Center. And the close of a really nice halftime show. Tonio Armani here, and he performed along with the Carver High Band. Dave had the crowd going nuts here in the Civic Center.
Did a beautiful job too, I'll tell you that.
And Carver making their customary exit of the field after they perform. You can see that on camera there, as they still entertain the fans even when they're walking off the field.
Well, it's what you're supposed to do.
And Dave, looking at the first half stats, it's about what you would expect in a game like this.
It is that and maybe even a little bit more, because when you look at the fact that the Lions outrushed 87 yards total yards to -10.
Yes.
You also have 7 touchdowns by the Lions. In the 7 touchdowns, you have only one guy had more than 1 touchdown.
Yes.
And that's the thing. That everybody, it's been a total team effort. 4 touchdown passes, 4 different guys.
Right.
You got the kick return. You've got the pick six. You got all the safeties. Everything they've done, it's been every guy on the roster has contributed to this 53-0 lead.
Yeah, and I don't know what the Lions are going to do in the second half. I would imagine that at some point, Dave, we will see Michael Hill, the backup quarterback in there, the lefty, at some point in this second half, with the game kind of out of hand here. But a really nice first half for Blaine Espinoza. 6 of 8, 85 yards, 4 touchdowns. And, the one positive for the Tri-City Rivergators, they did have 2 +2 yards passing.
Yes.
In the first half. That is the only thing that doesn't have a negative sign next to it.
Yeah, so they've got a little something going on. As for seeing what Hill can do, yeah, I know they want to do that, but Espinosa has to get more snaps.
Yeah.
The offense has not been on the field very much. For all the scores they've done, it's been 1-time 3-play drive.
Right.
So they haven't actually gotten that many snaps. For what they've done, they've had such great success. They've kind of overdone it. What you want to see in a game like this, what you wanted to see is a long drive.
Yes.
But they never had the opportunity for the long drive, quite frankly, because they've had great field position from the get-go. And when you're inside the 15, you're scoring quick anyway.
And when you get opportunities like they've had, when people break wide open in the secondary, you have to hit those. And more often than not in arena football, those are going to end up being a touchdown.
Exactly.
And it gets you off the field quick. And that's kind of been the way it's happened. It's been quick strike, and they haven't really had to sustain any kind of offensive drive yet.
Yeah, one of those where you throw those little 2-3 yard, quick outs or quick curls, move the chain so you end up with a 7 or 8 play drive where you can really kind of get your timing down, everything else. It's been quick hitters done. So we're going to end up seeing Espinosa play a little bit longer than you would expect. I do want to see what Hill can do.
Yeah, I'm thinking what they may do, what Pierre Coffey and Damian Daniels may do, is let Espinosa play the third quarter and then give the fourth quarter to Michael Hill.
That would probably be the logical way to go, because you do have to see what Hill is doing. But you've got to give Espinosa and the team a little bit of chance to blend, because coming up next week, they're going to be playing the Wheeling Miners. And that's a different kettle of fish entirely.
No doubt.
The Miners are a really good ball club, the almost closest thing to have a rival going into this season in this first year in the AAL. And with that, you better have your act together. Now, they have their act together good here, but it's a different level.
Right.
But you can't complain, though. I mean, you're up 53-0, and everything you've touched has worked.
And they're going to get the ball to begin the second half here. Jacob Smith is back at the goal line to receive. McLean will kick it away for the Rivergators. And we'll get the second half underway.
Crowd's going to start filing back in there. Everybody's been out there getting a drink and a hot dog and get in there. Come on back.
Yeah, I enjoyed a nice soft pretzel.
Yep.
At halftime. Get a little nourishment for this second half.
Nourishment for the football soul was the first half, but you got to get something in between halves. Now for the Rivergators, by the way, this is their second game. They played a game a couple of weeks ago. They played the Carolina Aviators, another one of the AAL2 teams. They lost that game by a score of 34-20. They've been out there before. Boone had a couple of touchdown passes and ran for a touchdown in that first game. And we're seeing, we've seen what he can do, a little bit of what he can do, because he hasn't had a chance to do much. When he's had a little bit of time to operate, he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, he knows. I mean, you can tell he is a talented quarterback. But it doesn't really matter how talented you are when you don't have time to do anything once you get your hands on the football. And slipping down is Smith. And right as he made a cut, his feet went out from under him. But good field position for the Lions as they will start at the 18-yard line.
This is actually better field position because they have to actually do some work.
Right.
You don't want to have all this 10-yard stuff. After a while, you want to test the team and see if they can put together a drive. This is their chance.
Here it is.
Let's see if they avoid going deep and try to do a lot of shorter routes to work on things.
And maybe, possibly, Dave, also work in the running game a little bit here in this third quarter. So the Lions are on the field. And look, Michael Hill will start the second half.
Well, I guess that answered what we wanted to know.
Yep, there you go. So he starts the second half at quarterback. And here we go. His first action of the season. Looking to throw. The lefty throws, finds a man downfield, and it's knocked away. Good defense. And probably, maybe that pass was a little bit underthrown from Michael Hill. If he throws that one deeper toward the corner, it might have been a touchdown, Dave.
Just a tad bit short on that one. That pass, of course, was broken up by Alfonso Griffin. Griffin had a pick in the Gators' first game. So he's the guy that they're going to put on their best. He's the matchup guy that the Gators want to see on plays like that. And Griffin came up with, made the play.
So second down and 10 for Columbus. We'll call it the 19-yard line instead of the 18. The snap is underway. Hill looks, finds his man, Jacob Smith inside the 5. Touchdown, Lions!
2-play drive.
So only on his second attempt does Michael Hill have his first touchdown pass for the Columbus Lions. And it's 59-0.
The beauty of a throw, though.
Yeah, you could see that play develop, Dave. He had his man. When Smith made the cut, he had a step on his defender, and Michael Hill threw a dime for this touchdown.
Exactly. Led him perfectly. Pretty good for a guy who is out of high school. Down in Florida.
Yes.
That was a 31-yard touchdown.
Timo on for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And the Lions have reached 60 here early in the third quarter.
What else can you say about that? That was we've had every guy on the roster now contribute to this thing.
Yes.
And that's the kind of thing Damian Gannis wants to know. If each one of these guys can be able to step up and take care of business when given the opportunity. There's a couple of guys who haven't had a lot of playing time. For instance, one of the rooks there, Matthew McClellan. Well, it's his first year here. The one play he went in, he was one of the ones who chased down the quarterback.
Right.
He and Brown. So everybody's taking care of business.
Yehu will put it down and kick it away here.
He hasn't tried for a deuce yet. And I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to try to pull, see if they can kick the deuce.
Yeah.
Because last season the Lions were not able to kick any deuces at all because they went through so much kicking. They went through 3 or 4 kickers, and some of them did okay, but none of them were outstanding, and none of them hit a deuce all year long. The deuce is a big weapon.
Yes.
In the AAL, and you've got to be able to pick up those extra 2 points where you can here and there. One thing Kemo's been doing is the perfectly placed kickoff.
Right.
You want it deep in the end zone, but not out of the end zone.
This one's more of a squibber. And a good return over into Columbus territory. They're going to put it down at the 20-yard line, or maybe just inside the 20-yard line. So really good field position for Tri-City to start their second half on offense.
Yeah, I think that was Alfonso Griffin. So they will actually start in Lions territory.
Second time in the game they've been in Lions territory. The only other time was the opening kick of the game that was a failed onside attempt, and they were deep in Lions territory, but quickly were not in deep Lions territory.
Yeah, it didn't take them very long to be backed up 10 yards and then 9 and then blocked field goal attempt, and then here we go. We'll see what the Lions defense does, see if they've done any shuffling here. The thing is, you can't shuffle a lot of personnel because there are only 21
you don't
guys
have
rest out.
You don't have what's called a deep roster.
No, you've got a couple of guys on the bench and that's it. I'm looking to see if we get more Matthew McClellan in there. He's the one guy that would be listed really as a backup. McClellan and then Kenyatta Richardson, who's a rookie. Those are the guys they really want to check and see and test.
So Boone in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield. Man in motion now. Going to join him in the backfield and then head toward the line. Quick pass out in the flat. Complete. And down inside the 15, and a big positive play for the Rivergators here to start the second half. Yeah. And Dave, we talked about that in the first half, if they were going to start going to some of those quick throws so that they could have some offensive success. And that was just a quick stand up and throw to the sideline, and they got a nice gain.
Yeah, Jalen Askew, that was handled perfectly. Askew did a really nice job too.
Yep.
He took the hit and picked up a couple yards after contact too.
So second down and 4 yards to go. Might be one of the shortest distances they've had in the ball game.
I believe you're correct on that one. Yes, it is, because this is the deepest they've been in the Lions territory. They never got past the 15.
So ball at the 14-yard line. Boone in the shotgun. Man in motion. He's going to give it on the end around, and that's going nowhere.
Askew gets pulled down by DeAndre Brown.
That's going to lose about 3 yards back to the 17. And, there's not a lot of room on this field, Dave, to string a play out if you're a running back. You can't keep running toward the sideline and expect to be able to turn up because you run out of room quickly. And if the defense does a good job, which they did there, they're going to contain that play.
That's exactly what happens. As long as the guys stay in their lane and don't try to get too fancy, you can just run out of real estate.
Eventually, you're going to hit the boards.
Yep. So Lions getting tested here now.
3rd down and 8 now for the Rivergators. Ball rests at the Columbus 17-yard line.
And now Damian Daniels wants to see what his guys do in this, because this is the first time they've really been tested. And, run up the score is great, but you really want to be tested here because you've got to get ready for the rest of the season.
2 receivers right. One of those will go in motion toward the line of scrimmage. The other receiver is to the left. The snap. Boone looks. He's crowded, and he's going to go down again. All the way back at his own 19-yard line.
Yeah, Yancey led the charge that time. Well, they revived Brown there.
They're having a good time out there.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it, yeah.
Had to do a little CPR on him to get him off the field, or up back on his feet.
Yeah, we'll give McCullough Yancey the sack on that one.
And it looks like they're going to try to put some points on the board here as the kicker, Mason McLean, is going to come out.
Yeah, they want to get something on there. I mean, if you don't even have the dignity of a 0 on the scoreboard, if it's just a blank spot, you really do want to at least get a 3 up there.
It's about a 36-yard attempt, I believe, Dave, if I've got my math right.
Yep, 36-yarder.
High snap. It's loose all the way back in the backfield, and McLean, and now it's going to be a touchdown. McLean kicked that one, trying to get rid of it. And it kicked it into the board, and it came right back to Ware.
Well, let's see if they call it a safety.
Let's see what they're going to call here.
I would think it's a safety.
It did not hit the wall. It hit the boards. And, Damian Daniels is out there. He is rallying. It is, let's see.
And
touchdown.
Touchdown. So DeCoven Ware with the fumble recovery touchdown.
Yeah, McLean did the smart thing. The only thing, he just didn't get enough under it to get it over the boards, which would have been a safety.
Yeah.
He slammed it into the boards, and it came right back to DeCoven Ware. and he gets the touchdown.
It's a live ball, so there you go. That's the most unusual touchdown I've seen yet. I must admit. And I've been coming to, and covering Lions games for pretty much all 20 years, and that's one I have never seen that one.
Dave,
before.
you and I are old enough. Do you remember the play back at the old Miami Dolphins when Garo Yepremian tried to kick the ball out of bounds and missed?
Yeah, well, I remember when he tried to pass it and it went out of his hand. And yes,
there were a couple of Yepremian plays back in the day.
Yeah,
I remember that. I remember what you're talking about too, when he tried to throw it and he went back and the ball just came out of his hand.
Yep. Extra point down the middle.
Timo is good, and it's 67-0.
Wow.
7:10 to go in this third period.
Well, another touchdown for another dude. I mean, seriously, how many Lions are going to wind up with get with a touchdown today?
Hey, if Damian Daniels and the Lions staff need to recruit players, hey, come to Columbus. You can score.
Yes.
No matter where you play.
What if the Nighthawk suits up and gets out there, has another pick? He's got one more.
Yeah.
Notice number 4 was retired. He can put number 4 back on from back in the day. But what a performance by the Lions here. Everything's been going right.
Yeah, what a way to start the year. The 20th season of Lions football in Columbus. A lot of new mixed in with the great tradition that they built over the 20 years they've been in action.
Which is why this is falling together the way they wanted. Roger Beck coming in, new owner, the new look, the new field, and back to winning ways. That's how they want it to play out.
And with a good crowd tonight, word of mouth is going to get out fast. And next week, look for an even larger crowd next Thursday night for the second home game of the year.
Yeah, because this one's been entertaining to say the least. Let's see where Naive puts this one. I still say they ought to try going for a deuce just to see. Yep, another squibber.
Chemo.
That one's Askew.
And he's hit hard.
Yeah.
Upended, knocked off his feet, and then caught in the air by McClellan.
Yep. So I think it's Cradle. I think Cradle flipped him, and McClellan finished the job.
And the 21-yard line they'll start this time.
Yep.
Of the Lions, by the way.
Yeah, McClellan's played ball in Japan too before he came over here. It's his first year with the Lions. He played at Missouri State.
6.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Working it quick now.
Fans, power your next project with Interstate Electrical. From electrical supplies and lighting solutions to automation and expert project support, their team delivers the products and knowledge to keep your business running strong. Trust in Interstate Electrical to get the job done right. Down to 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. 67-0. Lions with the lead. Rivergators with the ball in Lions territory at the 21-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. The snap. Boone out in the flat, complete. And pulled down over there after about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
DeAndre Brown doing a really good job of that. It looked like if he hadn't gotten his hand on him, yanked him back, he was going to be gone.
Yeah.
He had a shot at a touchdown on that one. DeAndre Brown with a touchdown-saving tackle. I mean, he still managed to pick up 4 yards.
Down to the 17. It'll be third down and 7?
No, it's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
All right.
Well, it's a 4-yard pickup.
That is a 2 right there, isn't it?
That is a 2.
Big orange 2 on that box.
Yeah, that was a well-executed play. I mean, Boone's a good quarterback.
Right.
And Askew can play. I mean, they did it right. The Lions just coming up with the play when they needed to.
Twin receivers to the right, and the single receiver will go in motion now. And the snap, the give on to the back, coming across. That is Don Jenkins who gets the carry, and he is going to lose a yard, I believe.
Yeah, Ware got to him before he could get anywhere.
It was a little slip handoff, almost like a little sprint draw there. And the Lions read it perfectly, and play loses a yard.
Yeah, Ware saw it coming. Ware sniffed it out immediately, and he was there.
So Boone has him in the huddle. And if I'm not wrong, Dave, the Rivergators do not have a first down tonight. Is that correct?
You are correct. They have not yet to have a first down.
Looking for their first down, and they're also looking for their first points.
And we're less than 4 minutes out from the fourth quarter.
So they've tried 2 field goals. One of those was smothered and blocked in the first half, and the second attempt just a little bit ago was the bad snap. Motion, the snap, and Boone, and dropped. Oh, what a nice play. It was a little RPO play, and Boone was going to run the ball, but then saw the receiver pop open, and he saw the end step down on him, flipped it out there, and just looked away from it right in his hands.
It looked like Askew he kind of went at it with his hands. He almost batted it down, and he was standing right there at the yard mark. It would have been a first down.
Yep.
So now it's 4th and 6, and they still have not gotten a first down all night long.
Look at how loose that defense is out there for the Lions. They're dancing to the music.
They got the moves.
They do.
They've had the moves all night long.
They're pretty well choreographed out there as well. I wonder who the choreographer is for the Lions defense.
So here we go, 4th and 6.
Another 4th down for Tri-City. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Boone puts the man in motion. The snap, pressure, lays it up, and intercepted. Joel Green with the interception. Bounced off the wall back there and returned it out to, are they going to mark it, at the 13 or 14-yard line? And so no first down and no points for Tri-City once again.
And Green is second pick of the night. Green with the pick, and Sears, of course, with the pick 6.
Yeah, Boone had to get rid of that football, Dave, and he kind of laid it up in the air. It just had too much air under it to get to the receiver. And Joel Green ran under it, made the pick.
It was a jump ball. The thing is, the receiver did have a shot at it, but Grove just played it perfectly, kind of fronted it. And, I mean, the quarterback did about all he could do there, because if he'd overthrown it, it's going to be up in the stance. Was right over there in the corner. Lions defense stepping up again.
All right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Michael Hill back in at quarterback for the Lions. The snap. He was under center. He throws. Complete. Smith. No, and Smith dropped it. He had it, and he kind of looked away once he had the ball hit his hands, Dave, and was going to make a cut. And as he moved, he lost the football. Never had possession. Incomplete pass.
Plus, Jimmy Pitts hit him in the process of that, too. Pitts kind of helped jar it loose. Smith almost had a good hand on it. You're right, he looked away, but Pitts also there making contact. That had a little bit to do with the incompletion as well. Good defensive by Pitts. Good defensive play by Pitts.
Hill with a word for Creedle. 3 receivers now to the right side. Marco Lee, the back in the backfield. The snap. Hill out in the flat to Creedle. He runs over a man, and he's going to get up to the 19-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down. Hadn't said that too often tonight.
That's the kind of play I wanted to see, though. I want to see these little short. I want to see them do some short outs, some short, quick hitters, because they're going to have to do it down the road. Being able to do it now will be a big deal.
They're not going to get a playoff here. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. Everybody with the 4s in the air as we go to the 4th quarter here at the Columbus Civic Center. It is Columbus 67, Tri-City nothing. We'll take a break and we'll come back for the 4th quarter of action on the Lions YouTube network.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Back here at the Civic Center, and we're about to have a fan go for some big money, trying to kick a field goal here. Let's see. They're going to put the ball down. It's a long one.
Owner Roger Beck leading the charge on this one too. He's gonna be one to set it up.
So they're going to set it up, and it'll be a 33 officially, Dave. It would be a 33-yard attempt.
Indeed. Ooh, a $5,000 kick is nothing to sneeze at here.
Boy, are we watching game day, or are we watching a contest at halftime here at the Lions game?
Let's see if somebody can score more points than. No, I didn't say that.
And the kick is not gonna make it.
A little short and a little
short.
That's not as easy as it looks.
It is not. Are we gonna have? We're gonna have another attempt here.
Okay, he wasn't a kicker in high school, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Sometimes if you were a kicker, maybe they might not let you try this thing. You know how that kind of thing works. But
so he lines it up. 5K here. Up.
Didn't get in.
That looked like one of my golf shots.
Yeah. It looked like what tee shot I had at one time. Oh, brother.
All right, one more attempt here.
Yep. Setting this thing up.
And Dave, is that a St. Anne Pacelli shirt?
It looks like it, actually.
I believe it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that young man or not, but
I might. I can't really see who it is. But, yeah, that's a St. Anne Pacelli shirt.
Oh, and he lost a shoe.
Well, he gave it a shot.
Well,
somebody's going to get grief at school tomorrow.
Oh, we got one more.
Oh, they're going to drag somebody out of the stands here? All right.
Oh, they got a guy over there.
Somebody's going to climb the...
Corey Black, the general manager, picked him out and said, come on, dude.
All right, this could get interesting.
This could get interesting. One of the premium seat holders over there. Gonna get a chance. And he's using a smart strategy here. He's going to get a long run up to this kick, Dave.
Yeah. Well,
the key is keeping your eye on it, just like in baseball. Up the squibber.
Put a lot of spin on that one. That looks like a pool shot I made once, and I was well, anyway, I scratched the 8 ball. Don't ask.
All right.
And Roger back.
And Roger's going to toss the football up into the stands.
There we go.
He still got it.
Yeah. Fun at the Lions game here.
No doubt.
Going into fourth quarter.
And we're swagging here.
Yeah.
In the Civic Center.
Doesn't get much better than that here. With a season opener like this, coming out and dominating like that, it could set the tone for the season. That's the whole point. I'm not sure how much the Rivergators are enjoying this.
Yeah. Look at Roger, the owner, down at the 1 yard line. Getting the swag surf going on here at the Civic Center. I tell you, Dave, I'm a little bit biased, and you probably know this. I'm a big Auburn fan, but there is nothing like swag surfing at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
The atmosphere that makes all the difference in the world.
It really does. But I tell you, it could get that way here in the Civic Center.
It can.
If everybody brings a friend, pack this place out, and you could have a really good swag surf here in the Columbus Civic Center. So it is Columbus ball, 3rd down and about 4 here. Hill, the snap, looks, throws, short, quick pass, complete for the first down and down into Rivergator territory. Can't tell you how many times, Dave, I've almost said River Dragons because I'm so used to saying that.
I did say River Dragons once tonight. I know that. That was the Cradle, so.
River Dragons, of course, the Columbus hockey team here.
That's the kind of pass I was hoping to see now because they're trying to gain yards in smaller chunks, work on plays.
First down for the Lions at the 16-yard line. Hill under center, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Stands up, looks, throws the fade, touchdown!
Yes.
What a nice pass from Michael Hill to Cradle.
Yep, Ja'Kias Cradle's coming up with a great catch there. Perfect timing, the little fade, right on target.
And Michael Hill threw that to a spot, Dave. He didn't throw it, and he threw it right to the spot he needed to. Cradle ran under it, little diving catch right there, and a touchdown, and it's 73-0 now, pending the extra point.
That's the kind of play that they want to see at this point. Now you're looking to see if you can improve on certain types of plays. You're working on things for next week. Game's in the bag, obviously. So what you want to do is improve at the things you know you got to improve on. Make sure that you've got everything down, and doing it under game conditions is so much better than doing it in practice.
Kimo on for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it does not make it. He kind of popped that, and I don't know if that was on the hold. That might have been Michael Hill.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
They're having a little discussion. He and Kimo are having a little discussion there, but that one just came off wrong. He didn't hit it well at all.
He may have leaned, maybe when he took the snap, he leaned the ball back rather than going it straight up. I mean, there's moving parts in the extra point thing, because between the snap and the hold and the placement, you got 3 things that have got to go right. No matter how much you practice it, it takes some time. And Hill, of course, being a rookie, literally a rookie, he's got a few things to learn. He's looked good, though, at quarterback. That's
he has.
For sure.
He has. He's a good-looking young man at the quarterback position. Lefty, throws a nice ball, and got good instincts at the quarterback position. He's going to do well, and he's proven that he can execute the plays here in this ball game.
And the thing is, he's 6'4", which means he can see over the bigger guys, too. You know, being a short quarterback, you can do it. I mean, Russell Wilson showed you could.
Yeah,
Go
Doug
back
Flutie.
Doug Flutie. But if
there's a lot of people out there going, who the heck is Doug Flutie? What are they talking about?
Those of you who don't know who Flutie was, what you have missed. But you get a guy who's 6'4", can see over the lineman. That makes a lot of difference.
Kimo has it on the tee. Nehu will kick it away. The Samoan.
Hawaiian.
Got the tattoos to prove it. And another good return, but he's gonna hesitate right there, and you can't hesitate against the guys in white.
Now Dixon gets trucked there, but Jakari Thomas and Matthew McClellan in on the tackle as well. He did fine, and he stopped, and at that point, the swarm starts to hit. 14-yard line, that's pretty standard field position for them most of the game. Carver Band is still enjoying themselves up in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear the drums going. Yeah, the Rivergators, they want to try to get anything. The Lions, they just want to finish this thing off.
Right.
Do it right.
10.5 minutes to go in the ball game. The Lions have put up 73, and they've yet to yield a point.
And not only have they gotten to 73, but it's been a large, the number of people who have been in on the scoring is just amazing. Because usually in a game like this, somebody will have like 4 or 5 touchdowns, right?
Yep.
We got one guy with 2. That's it. Everybody else has 1.
It has been a spread the wealth night, and it looks like Terry Hawkins Jr. is going to come back in at quarterback for the Rivergators. Man in motion, the snap. Fumbles the snap, and he's going to go down.
He was down. McClellan was there. Yeah, McClellan and Ware.
It was a low snap, and he didn't handle it right away. And by the time he reached to pick it up, he had a white shirt all over him. And
yeah, there wasn't much he could do.
And I believe they had the kicking ball in there and played that first snap with it.
That might have had something to do with it.
Could have.
First game, everybody's got to get things straightened out.
And they're now playing with a golden football, Dave.
The gold football. Remember, this is worth 2 touchdowns. Any score made with the gold football, you have to be down by at least 14 points in the AAL to call for the gold football. You can do it once per half.
So they have the gold ball in there.
Any score, if they score a touchdown, it's worth 12 points. The extra point would be worth 2. Or
Hawkins Jr. throws that one too high. It was uncatchable.
Yep.
The receiver was asking for some interference right there, but it really didn't matter because
yeah,
he would have had to have an 8-foot ladder, I think, to get a hand on that one.
And maybe a butterfly net too, and everything else.
Hawkins had to get rid of that quickly and threw it too high.
Yeah. Now the goal football, the idea of the goal football is if you're down by 14, you can ask for the goal football once per half. The idea is to try to keep games a little bit closer, to give teams a chance to come back. This obviously is not one of those situations, but the goal football, if you end up having to kick a field goal with the goal football, it's worth 6.
Yes.
Touchdown would be worth 12. Extra points worth 2. So you can actually, and if you'd retain it for the kickoff and you get a deuce, it would be worth 4.
You can use a little strategy there. If you're down by 4 or 5 points, you can save that golden football and try to get a field goal to win it.
Exactly. And the whole thing is you can get up to 20 points with the goal football and a half.
Bad snap. Hawkins picks it up, throws, complete. And that's the longest pass play of the night, I believe, for the Rivergators.
Daquan Brandon made a really nice catch on that, too. It was a little bit up. He had to climb the ladder a little bit to get it. But Hawkins, that was a good throw. It's a perfect throw. Yep. He did what he had to do.
And Dave, we got a little extracurricular down there as Don Jenkins was sparring a little bit with Tyler Clark.
Yeah, that
was a bit of a mismatch.
It's not a good idea. I mean, Tyler's a pretty good sized dude. He's what? Let's see, he's 6'4", 300.
Yes.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
And Clark's going to have a seat, and coming in for him is McCall Yancey. Excuse me. McCall Yancey.
Yeah, slide over the middle.
The pass is complete on the sideline, and that is going to be, guess what, Dave?
They have their first down.
first down of the night.
Nice catch by Robert Adams, too, along the wall.
And a good quick throw from Hawkins there to find him beyond the yard marker and get the first down. We're down to 6.5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, Clark is out, which meant that Yancey slid over from the end to the middle, and McClellan is over there at defensive end. Because remember, you've only got you dress out 21, which means you have 2 subs on offense and 2 subs on defense.
Right.
That's it. You dress out, the 21, of course, the kicker.
Two receivers right, one to the left. The snap. Hawkins rumbles forward. Fumble caught in the air, and it's going to be recovered. Is this a live ball? There are no whistles, and there's no indication. And that's going to be a forward lateral, I believe. Yes, it is.
Yeah, great idea.
It was a really good idea, but that one went forward, and the flag is down, as you see there. But it is a fumble recovery. and it was momentarily caught out of midair, Dave, but they couldn't keep the handle on it. And
he kind of like dribbled it like a basketball looked like, but Yancey was able to come up with it, run it downfield. The flip was a great idea, but yeah. By the way, at goal football, if you're the defense, it's only worth 6.
It's only worth 6.
It's only worth 6. The goal football is only worth double for the team that's down by 14. So let's see where they move it back.
We're going to take a break here. We'll come back for the final 5 minutes of this ball game on the Lions YouTube network.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Back here at the Civic Center, Michael Hill under center. 5:01 to go in the ball game. The snap, back to throw, looks, over the middle, touchdown, Cradle. He broke open across the goal line, and Michael Hill was doing his check downs, and he saw Cradle break, hit him in stride at the goal line, and another touchdown. And the Lions are 1 point from 80 in the game.
Wow, that was perfect because Hill was patient. He looked, he had time,
and that's the key, Dave. Is he had time to go through the check downs, and allowed that play to develop and hit Cradle across the goal line.
Yeah, Cradle, there was nobody was near him. He's on the 5, and just flip it to him. Good. Hill has great touch on his passes. There's no question about that. He's had good touch. He didn't. It's too easy. It's easy to put too much steam on one like that.
Are we going to try a drop kick here from Espinoza?
This could be interesting.
The snap. The drop kick is no good. Hey, he got it up in the air good, made good contact.
Yeah.
Just a little bit off the side of his foot.
It was worth the try, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So the score remains 79 for the Lions and 0 for the Rivergators. And we're at 3:37 right now left in the contest.
One thing we saw with that drop kick, that's another weapon.
It is.
It is a weapon because the drop kicks hurt too.
Yes.
And so if you can pull off the drop kick, why not? And trying in a game right now where the game is completely out of reach and you can do it under game conditions.
Yep.
It's always different in game conditions. I don't care if you're up by 70 points. It's still different when there's refs in the field and you're facing another team. There's a different mentality to it and everything else. So trying a game, that's legit to do something like that. Now somebody might criticize for trying to do something like that. You're worried about that much what you're doing. You're working on the rest of the season what you're doing. That's what this game is at this point. Working on the rest of the season, see what you can do, test things that are in your playbook. Make sure you can pull them off.
And look at this, Espinoza is going to kick off here for the Lions. So I guess he's auditioning as the backup kicker. Line drive caught at the 14-yard line.
That's Askew.
And a big return from Askew, going to get down to the 20-yard line.
DeCoven, where is he going to let him go by?
Of course not.
They're trying to see, again, you're up by this much. You got to have somebody. What if something happens? Who's going to kick for you? And it looks like Espinosa might be the guy. Wasn't a bad kick. It just
looks
didn't
like
get
he's
anything
got
under
some
it.
kicking experience. And, that's been the strategy, Dave, the whole second half. They have not kicked a deep kick in this half. Everything has been a squib or a low line drive kick.
Work on your kick coverage.
Yep.
Yeah, because you got to work on things. And if the kick is so perfect, remember the key, of course, is stay in your lane, right?
Right.
That's the key. No matter what kind of football you're at, you stay in your lane, keep somebody from breaking it. And so make them work just a little bit here.
Terry Hawkins Jr. will be in at quarterback again. We're down to 1:20 to go in the ball game.
The big guys look good at quarterback, too.
He has. He's an athletic big guy. He is a load. He really does remind me of the build of Jared Lorenzen back from his Kentucky days.
He doesn't quite have the cannon arm, but he has been sharp and good delivery and quick delivery, too.
And a fake, and he's going to get ahead of steam, and he delivers a blow still on his feet. Down inside the 15. My goodness, what a collision right there.
He put his shoulder down, and you're right. He's the one that delivered the hit.
And he's being helped up.
Kudos to him.
Lost a shoe in the process.
But picked up some yardage.
He did, down to the 15, a 5-yard gain.
Can they pick up first down number 2? That's the question.
Yeah.
51 seconds remaining. Now remember, under 2 minutes. So the play clock, you can stop the play clock here on the.
And the flex cam is out here at the Civic Center as the song Flex plays. The anthem of most arenas around the country for the last year or so.
Got some fans showing off for the camera. We won't go this direction. You and I can skip this part of it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, at the 15-yard line. 51 seconds left in the game. Hawkins Jr. at quarterback, puts a man in motion. Takes the snap, looks, throws, nobody there. A fan catches that one at the wall. And unfortunately, you don't get to keep the visitors' football.
Oh, well. Can't have everything.
44 seconds left. The clock does stop within the final minute on incompletions and things like that.
Eddie Hall gathering the troops. This is our one shot. We got to get something up there.
And we're going to take a quick timeout here during this game timeout. We'll be back in a moment on the Lions YouTube network. Back here at the Civic Center, 3rd down from the 15-yard line for the Rivergators. Hawkins Jr. takes the snap, quick throw out in the flat, and he's going to be brought down and no gain there. Going to stay right at the 15-yard line. A great job by Ware.
Tecovin Ware coming up big one more time.
Boy, he reacted quickly to that pass, got out in the flat, and just squelched that play before it had a chance to gain.
Yeah, the MAC linebacker, Delta State, where he played his college ball.
The Statesman.
He has been on, he's been on it the entire game.
Dave, do you know the alternate nickname of the Delta State program? The Fighting Okra.
The Fighting Okra.
Because they are green.
Ah.
And they are the Statesmen, but their alternate nickname, and people call them the Fighting Okra. They played in the Gulf South Conference, and they were a good rival with my school, which is now West Alabama. Back when I went, it was Livingston University.
Livingston, yes.
And made a few trips over to the Delta. Cleveland, Mississippi. Great school, great people over there as well.
Great baseball program.
Absolutely. The legendary Boo Ferris was their head coach for a long time.
Ah, the former Red Sox pitcher, yes, David Boo Ferris.
17 seconds left in the game. And it's 4th down for the Rivergators. This will be their last chance to get something on the board. The throw incomplete.
Double coverage on Dixon, and the throw was behind Dixon anyway.
And that's going to go over to the Lions.
Except it's not. The clock is running.
Well, they stopped it at 6.4 now.
Yeah, it's rolling again.
And now it goes to 4.6. And now it goes to 3, 2, 1. And it's a final.
Put it in the books.
Put it in the books. The Columbus Lions have started the 2026 season with a 79-0 win over the Tri-City Rivergators.
Overwhelming fashion, to say the least. The Lions put together a complete game. The passing crisp and on target from both quarterbacks. The receivers making the catches when they have to, both short and long. The defense smothering the Gators.
What else can you say about that defensive effort tonight?
3 safeties, pick 6, fumble recovery touchdown. Oh, and the kick return game.
And how many
Jacob
sacks,
Smith.
Dave? About 12 sacks tonight after the game was over?
That was the first half. Okay. No, seriously, it was 11 and a half sacks first half. So I would say, well, I don't know if there were any in the second half.
Maybe one or two.
So a dozen sacks.
Regardless, a tremendous effort by the defensive side of the ball and the offensive side of the ball. Really, everything clicked tonight for the Columbus Lions. Congratulations to Roger Beck and Corey Black for a hugely successful opening to the 2026 season here in the Civic Center. And my friend, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been good. And next week, they'll be taking on the Wheeling Miners.
Yes.
Another AAL big league team, and this is where we get a real test now.
That will be the first test of the year, coming quickly in game number 2, and we're looking forward to it.
It will indeed, but they're going to go into that one with a lot of momentum as everything, and I mean everything, goes right for the Lions in this season opener.
So, folks, for all of our production crew here at the Columbus Civic Center, I'm Mike Peacock. This is Dave Plata. We're going to be back with you 1 week from tonight when Wheeling comes in for game number 2 of the 2026 season. For now, on a winning night here at the Columbus Civic Center, a big winning night, 79-0. The Lions take the season opening win. We're going to say good night, and everybody enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.